Hello there, great person, and welcome back to Let's Read Wheel of Time, Book 2, The Great Hunt. Today we're starting with Chapter 2, and let's just see where it goes from here. And yeah, the chapter cover picture this time is, I think, yeah, the tier. So we have the white tier, which is the yin sign, and it does not have the dot inside, so let me see. So there's no dot here, but it's the yin sign. I think it's yin. Yeah, yang's the dark one, I think. So yeah. And it's called the welcome. So who will be welcomed? Probably the Aes Sedai. And who will welcome them? Probably Agelmar and Moraine and Len and the others. And I'm curious to find out whether Rand has already run away. Perhaps he has not, and I'm curious to see if the chapter is going to be Rand or if it's going to switch over to someone else. Perhaps Gwen, because we have not read from her, so let's see. And from Matt, we haven't read from Matt's perspective as well, so can't wait. Oh, okay, so we are still with Rand, and he's currently journeying through the castle or the city castle, whatever it's called. And everyone's in a hurry, everyone's excited, and no one apparently knew that they would be coming. So why did they come? Who did Moraine call them? Because they obviously did not use the ways. And yeah, let me calculate that a bit. So let's see at the map. We have some distance from Tavalon to Faldera. I think it's what about. So let's actually calculate. So we're currently, and I know it's mirrored, but you will get the gist. So I think Tavalon's here. And Faldera is actually here. So they had like this. And if I remember correctly, they took like 2 weeks from Berlin to. Yeah, how long did they take to Whitebridge? From Berlin to Whitebridge? Yeah, I mean it's from Berlin to the Four Kings. That's about, yeah, it fits with a month. Okay, so they have horses, but there are more people. Perhaps they were called shortly before they went to the Eye, like as a last resort. Perhaps they were called later after they came back immediately. That's the two things I think might be the case. I don't think something else is the case because obviously the Aes Sedai and the Amyrlin Seat will have to know about the happenings at the wheel, at the Eye, and I'm not pretty sure whether, yeah. So who contacted? Probably Moraine contacted them. How did she do that? Is there? I mean, they have telepathy, but that's as far as I know. It's local. So, interesting. Might be some other mechanism, or it was just a raven sent to them, white raven that brought them the message that the eye had fallen and winter was receding. Sorry, but yeah, I don't know. It's probably, how do they send messages around? Messengers? Do they use bird stuff like pigeons or whatever? We don't know nothing about that. We don't know anything about the messaging system. So I hope I find that out in the next pages. And I'm sorry that I kept talking so long about this small detail, but it's, yeah, because I hadn't thought about how the messaging worked. And yeah, perhaps Moraine has some technique, or someone else called them. I don't know. And someone talks to him. Okay, someone's talking to him. I don't know who's talking to him. Um, but someone says, yeah, the Amyrlin Seat will want to see you and the other two guys. Yeah, and the women. Obviously, because they're witnesses. But okay, that makes at least the person talking now, and yeah, it's some man spoke, so it's probably just the man that spoke to Rand, and they all assume that just because at the eye of the world, the Dark One was like, they struck against the Dark One, and he was full injured. So it might be that they just think, yeah, the Amyrlin Seat and the Aes Sedai will want to know what happened exactly, and you will just like bear witness to what, or you bore witness to whatever happened. So you have to tell them, because then they might perhaps engineer some weapons or spells or whatever to um to fight against the Dark One the next time. If there is a next time, perhaps they don't even know that he's still alive, but they probably do, because Moraine did know, I think, in the last book. Yeah, okay. So it's unusual that the Amyrlin Seat goes away from the city, and she's now at Haldaran. Okay, and yeah, we still don't know who called her. Yeah, they also suspect that Moraine called her, but when is the question? That's the interesting question. Did Moraine call her before they went out and before Moraine knew who the dragon was, or after that? So are they there because of the dragon or just because of the happenings? That's very, yeah. Okay, so in his room, he ran back to his room where Matt and Perrin were, and there are suddenly women doing stuff. Okay. Yeah, they are like cleaning stuff, and yeah. Okay, so there is a new character. She's called Elensu Shatayan of the Keep. And she's probably the housekeeper. Yeah, she is. So, yeah. Oh, the lady Amalisa had a new made for you, new garments. Is that because there's something on them that the Amyrlin Seat is not supposed to know about, or is it really just because they're Raggedy Man? Goodbye. Yeah. Yeah, and Ren just says, yeah, thank you, I better go now. This is a bit awkward. I like that. So it's telling me a bit about the baths, and that the baths are the place where no rank is there. It's like a very, very open space where you can just talk to people, probably. I really do like it. It reminds me a bit of Japanese culture as well, and I'm not sure if this is correct, and I've just heard this, so this might be absolute rubbish that I heard. But what I heard, and perhaps someone can confirm it in the comments, or yeah, if it's correct or not, that in Japan there is a custom that you have one day in the year where you can tell your boss everything you think about him or her. Like, just tell them, just go all out, man or woman. You do your stuff, and they have to listen to everything and are not allowed to punish you for that or whatever, you know? But in the other times of the year, you have to be obedient and bow down to them and stuff like that. So there's something similar, though this is like not a preset day or time. It's just like if you happen to meet at the baths, but it really reminds me of the Japanese culture. And it makes sense a bit because this is like Japanese Chinese culture a bit from the wording as well, I think. So yeah, I really do like that. And Rand, of course, is not very happy that, or he's not used to women just coming into the bath with him together. So yeah, I understand. Yeah, this is so suspicious that they want all his clothes. There is probably Moraine is probably trying to hide something. Then again, I don't know why she would hide it from the Amyrlin Seat, because they're like very close. So oh, and he just like randomly got a lot of clothes. That's quite nice. Oh, and his cloak has herons on it. That's nice. So they probably now all think, and to be fair, he is quite good apparently. At least Len said he has talent at least. They all think he's the master swordsman now, probably because he fought the Dark One with a heron sword. So at least that's probably what everyone knows now. I'm curious to find out what everyone knows, what they think, because we didn't really get that till now. And yeah, he's got this the golden lion, a lion serpent thing, and that's, I think it's Liz Theron's symbol. I think it was Liz Theron's symbol. So yeah, and she's like, "Does Moraine want to get me killed? What's going on?" Let me actually look it up. I want to remember whether Liz Theron's symbol was this dragon thing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So Liz Theron's symbol. So she just ran. Yeah, she was so kind as to stitch Liz Theron's symbol on his cloak. Yeah, and now he gave them everything, and now he's redressing or whatever you call it. Yeah, and he says he will pick the stitching down the line. Because, yeah, I mean, that's obvious. Oh, that's so cool. So they've got like beds on stoves, so they will always be warm and cozy in the night when the winter is coming. I don't know why I associate this with Winterfell so much. I did not in the last book because I still had the show version in front of my inner eye. You know what I mean? But now it's like I kind of my imagination runs a bit wilder, so to speak, or less wild if you consider that I saw that in a TV show as well. So yeah. Oh, he still has Tom's cloak, and he hid it away, and they did not take it. Yeah, hope it's not gonna bite him in the ass. So, but I really like this. Yeah, it's like yeah, yeah, yeah. So this is the thing I wanted in the last book already. After he died, that Ren just takes a moment and looks at the stuff of Tom. But I like it here because here it like reminds you who Tom was if you don't know. Yeah, it's just always a bit weird to read like the second part of a series and the author starts explaining again what it's about. So just because if someone would start with the second book, why would someone do that? Did you do that perhaps? I don't know. I once did that in a German book. It was like, what was it called? Because in our library, the first, so they had all three books of this trilogy. It was a fantasy trilogy, and they had it in the library, but the first one was like someone borrowed it, and so only the second and third were there, and I borrowed the second and third book, so I read them first, and it kind of worked. And then in the end, I think a half a year later, the other one was returned finally, and I read it. That was weird, but yeah, normally I don't start with part two, and no one does, or what do you think? I don't know. It was the I don't know what the English title is. It's called the Flowing Queen. It was very interesting. Yeah, but I really do like that Tome is that we finally get our Tome and Rand moment, so to speak, where he mourns him, even though it's 2 months later. But I mean, that shows that it's still somewhat fresh in his mind. He hasn't come to terms with it, and he's thinking about it more than he was before. And perhaps you can also say that before he was just um too troubled by things happening to him, and he did not have the time and stuff. Yeah, I don't know, but I like this scene a lot. It's very cool that he like imagines what Tom taught him, and yeah, he looks at it and the patches, and yeah, yeah, and okay, so yeah, Rand is trying to run away now, I think. Okay, so he takes a sword and a bow and a cloak, green cloak. I mean, yeah. Yeah, and leave the sword arm free, make them think I'm dangerous. That's very good. So he learned from Lan psychological warfare as well. Kinda. Yeah, yeah, he's trying to sneak away, and he's not really sneaking because he's got his saddle with him, but yeah. Aren't saddles aren't they stored like in the stable somewhere? I'm not sure. Perhaps if it's like a personal, very pristine saddle, it's kept in one's room. I don't know. Yeah, and I don't know what happened to Bela. Is she still in the stable? I hope she is, and he's not gonna take her, so hope we get to see her again. Yeah, and Rand is like, I've had enough of Aes Sedai for all my life. Can't fault him for that. Oh yeah, now he's got the great idea to catch a glimpse of the Amyrlin Seat. Why would he do that? Last time, when you tried to catch a glimpse of a mythical Logain figure, it bit you in the arse because the beggar thing came, and then you fell down randomly into a palace garden and met Elaine and Gawain. Oh god, I'm so bad with names. I think it was Gavin, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was. I'm gonna look it up after this, but yeah. There can't be anything dangerous in just looking from a distance. Yes, Yes, they can, because she's magic. She is magic, you fool. Yeah, now he's going up to the archers, like archers positions. Yeah, okay, so everyone's a bit distracted by the Amyrlin Seat arriving. I mean, I can't. Yeah, well, I would probably look for that as well. Especially if it never happened in the lifetime of the people before that Rand just met. So yeah, it's quite exciting. It's probably one of their most exciting days in their lives, like of history-wise, so to speak. I mean, they probably have lovely nights and days with their children and partners and whatever. Okay, 16 waters, so at least 16 Aes Sedai. Is it only 16 Aes Sedai? Is it gonna be only 16? That would be so weird because I thought in last chapter that there were many, many, many more. I mean, you can't like say one water for one Aes Sedai. We don't know that that's not the case, but you know, it's probably a rough estimate. Yeah, and everyone's like got different armor or all that. Yeah, it reminds me a bit of episode, what was it, 4? The one with the Aes Sedai where Logain in the end was gentled. That was a badass episode. I liked that one a lot. Yeah, and they all have this color shifting coat. That's so cool. Oh, it's just 14 Aes Sedai. Okay, so why did he say last time he couldn't count them? Because they were so far away, perhaps. Perhaps I misunderstood that. Yeah, and it's again, it's like he's describing Aes Sedai here, and it's like this eternal youth, and it reminds me so much of the Doctor, like from Doctor Who, because like this your eyes are so old, and yeah, I'm not gonna go too much into that because it's not this is not the place for that, I think. But yeah, like Matt Smith's Doctor, he was the actor. He portrayed it so good, you know, this young dude with ancient eyes, and this is the same idea. I think I like that idea so much. It's one of my favorite tropes. I think the outwardly young, but from the eyes and the way they look, they are ancient, very ancient. And it's just 14. And they all have different clothes. Yeah, you told me that before, that the color thing is for the show, and I understand that, but this is even more cool. Again, it reminds me a bit of the Bleach captains, a bit like the. And it's obviously just 14 random ones. It's not like special ones, probably. I don't know. Perhaps it's the court. Uh, Who knows? But and them all being different, I really do like that. If everyone is like different, complements the fact that they all have different personalities, probably. You know what I mean? It's like I really do like that. Yeah, now he's slowly going towards an Iron Dawn. He's gonna get caught. Yeah, okay, so there is an Aes Sedai. Perhaps it's the Amyrlin Seat already, or perhaps it's like her, what do you say, advisor. At least there's a very, a woman with a staff, and I think it's burning in the top. I'm not that sure about the wording here, but yeah, very cool. And Agilmar is going towards her. Okay, now we get to know the Shambayan, which is like the male housekeeper lord guy, and Elansus equal. I see. Okay, so the Amyrlin Seat has the title the Watcher of the Seals. So the seven seals. I mean, I get that. Obviously, she has to watch them so the Dark One doesn't break free. I get that. Flame of Tarvalon. Yeah, because she's like the heart. Amyrlin Seat. Why is Amyrlin, by the way? Is that a color? Is that I don't know what Amyrlin means. Is it something I should know, like from it? Is it something I don't know because I'm not the native speaker, or is it something I don't know yet because I haven't read it? If you could tell me that, I would be very glad. Okay, so this is like, yeah, and I really do like that Falderans have this custom of having these back and forth speeches when they like the ceremonial acting. I really do like it. So let's just read it. Why should we watch for the hope of humankind? Against what do we guard? The shadow at noon. How long shall we guard? From rising sun to rising sun, so long as the wheel of time turns. Yeah, yeah. Faldera offers bread and salt and welcome. Welcome is the Amyrlin Seat to Faldera. For here is the watch kept, here is the pact maintained. Welcome. Yeah, they're the last bastion currently, one of the last bastions against the darkness. That is still there, and everyone probably knows it. Interesting that I like the play on words, welcome and welcome, so that her journey was good. And they offer bread and salt, which is again reminding me of Game of Thrones, because that was the custom of peace. Is it here as well? Is it like just a medieval custom? Probably. I mean, I guess it's just a medieval custom. Okay, so the tall woman is not the Amyrlin Seat, but probably an advisor or the right hand woman. The right hand woman. Yeah. Yeah. May the light illuminate House Yagat, and she's like having this towel into her face, and she obviously probably just spotted Rand. Yeah, let's see where this goes. I'm actually quite curious as to where this will go, because it's very tense right now, even though it doesn't really read like it, but if you really think about it, it's so tense. Oh yeah, and he calls her mother, which is, yeah, of course, they are like the mother. She's the ultimate mother figure, probably. Yeah, and now Rand is just running away, hurrying more and more quickly towards the exit gates. And he will probably not make it. What will interrupt him? Will it be one of his friends, Len or Moraine, or what's gonna be? Yeah, oh, interesting. So he wonders whether she had something to do with the wind, but we know it's from Doom, so Doom Mountains. Oh, interesting. So he's meeting a stable boy or something like that, and that one confuses him always with nobility because of the Al in his surname. Surname? I think it's surname. Aldror. And Alan Mandragoran, yeah. Okay, so yeah. Ah, okay. So Al means makes him king. So is Tam Altor from a line of kings? Is he from the Menethrin line? Perhaps, I don't know. Okay, no, okay. In the Two Rivers, it means son of someone. Okay. All of his argument to the contrary had only managed to demote him to Lord. God, I love the way he writes these quick-witted lines. Oh, so good. Oh, I love the writing. Okay, his horse is called Red. Okay, and Tima cannot obey. Why not? Okay, yeah, great, Rand. You effed yourself over because there has been an order issued, no horses to leave. Was that Moraine? Was that Agelmar? Ah, this is so interesting. Who's pulling the strings in this situation with Rand? What's really going on? Who called the Amyrlin Seat? Who gave that order? Yeah. The order came down only a short time ago, only moments. All the gates are closed as well. None may enter or leave. Yeah, it's probably perhaps the Amyrlin Seat like telepathically told someone, or how is this happening? What is happening? Okay, it came from Lord Agelmar. Oh, okay. No, we don't know. We don't know. He just says, yeah, I got the order from someone higher, and probably who would have given that order to my boss, so to speak, if not Agelmar. And Rand says, yeah, who could? Yeah, okay. So Rand is now like, and he says, you're so lucky. The Amyrlin Seat will see you now. And Rand is just like, nope, gonna nope out of here. Just gonna run away. He's running away, and she will be sending for me now. It's the last line of the chapter. Yeah. Ah, God, I really like this situation. It's so weird. So who did the things? So much I don't understand. Who did these things? Who did these things? Can't wait to find out. But we will wait to find that out because tomorrow will be Tower of God Day. So tomorrow evening I will release the Tower of God reaction to episode 6, and then on Saturday we will continue the book. At least you will see me continue it. I will probably have continued it before. And yeah, so that was it for today. I hope you have a great day. If you like this, consider liking, subscribing, ring the bell, you know the stuff. Anyway, I can't wait for your I can't wait to hear your comments on this. And as always, take care of yourself and have a happy day. Bye.